So good morning, everyone. It's officially 9 o'clock, so it is start time for our Ranch Sustainability Award recipients to be announced. My name is Bree Patterson. I work with BC Cattlemen's as a beef production specialist, and today I'm your tech support and your moderator. Those who've hopped on already have probably heard me ask to please have your videos turned off, as well as yourself set to mute, so that way we don't have any buffering issues during the presentation. So this is a recorded webinar as well, and we look forward to announcing our recipients and having everyone join us from a digital platform. So I'd like to turn it over to Judy Madden, Chair of the BCCA Environment Committee, and take it away, Judy.
Okay, Bree. Hi, everyone. I'm Judy Madden, Chair of the BCCA Environmental Stewardship Committee. And I want to thank everyone for joining us this morning for our first and maybe only virtual Ranch Sustainability Award presentation. Presenting this award to a fellow rancher is one of the highlights of our committee each year. And the recipients are a result of fellow ranchers' nominations. So I encourage you ranchers out there to think of a fellow rancher worthy of this award. and please meet the September deadline in nominating them. The forms and further information is on the BCCA website, and our folks at the office will be happy to help you if you have any other questions. The Environmental Stewardship Committee thoroughly reviews all nominations that we receive for this award. Each nominee receives an on-ranch visit to learn about their practices and philosophies, and the evaluation considers livestock management and animal care, land stewardship benefits to the environment, and the nominees' contributions to industry and their community. This year, the committee wishes to thank King Campbell for conducting the on-ranch portion of the evaluation. And we'd also like to thank Tyler Morehart and Daryl Caker for adding their expertise to the selection committee. This year's recipient was selected for their outstanding commitment to sustainability. The practices that stood out to the selection committee were the generational values of environmental stewardship, the extensive commitment to protecting the many waterways and the fish habitats in the 16 tributary creeks on this operation, their range management and the maintenance of the grass health, and the sharing of the landscape and the preservation of wildlife habitat. Please join me in congratulating the Seelhoff family of Wood Jam Ranch, Horsefly, BC. And I know Ricky and Chad have some words prepared for us.
You can hear us?
Yes, we can.
Okay. First off, we would like to thank the Madley family from Alexis Creek for the nomination. And we would like to thank all the sponsors that make this award possible as well. It is an honor for us to receive the Ranch Sustainability Award.
Yeah, winning the Ranch Sustainability Award means a lot because ranchers put a lot of time and effort to get their operations functioning properly. To have someone acknowledge our efforts means a lot. We think it's important that the ranching community groups together to support one another. In today's society, public perception of ranching is very important. As ranchers, we all have to do our part if we want to be able to market our product to an ever-changing society.
We are honored to be the recipients of this award. And today we are happy to share a video about our ranch that was put together to celebrate our environmental stewardship practices, and we hope you enjoy it. Thank you. are located in the Caribou district of BC. Horsefly is unique because it is lush, and it's kind of like a rainforest area, and the rivers and the creeks are very significant to this area. We are along 10 kilometers of the Horsefly River. Our place is 2,122 acres, and our range is about 80,000 acres where the cattle go for the summertime.
This valley in particular, where we live, is it's got a really warm climate compared to, like, the people tease us that we live in the banana belt. So it's pretty unique in that way. Perfect little picture.
We are a cow-calf operation. We are multi-generation. I have Chad's parents, us, and our children here.
We came from Saskatchewan, and we had quite a few years of drought there, and we were looking for a spot where we could grow more grass and have lots of water for our cattle and not have to worry about that on a daily basis.
2002, it seemed like it was getting drier every year, so we thought we'd start looking for a place with lots of water, warmer climate, and we found this ranch.
So we learned a lot moving here. I mean, we were pretty green to BC. This place taught us a lot. I mean, you kind of gotta follow nature and it'll predict what's gonna happen for you. You just kind of do what you can do and work hard.
So it was a big move. Lots of trips. Moved everything: shop, barn, households. Yeah, it was quite a thing. All of a sudden, it was time to put cattle out on range, and it was quite a feeling, because out there you put them in fenced property, and here we just turn them out. We were pretty panicky that first year. Didn't know if we'd ever see them again, but it all turned out pretty good.
I think the unique part about the Horsefly River is this is where the sockeye salmon come to spawn. So we have 16 tributary creeks that go into the river, and they're all fish bearing, which is super important for us to take care of.
So we wanted to initially get all those fenced off, make sure the cattle weren't hanging around the creeks all summer and winter. So we put in lots of off-stream waters, keeping them away from the riparian areas, managing the ground, fencing pastures so we can rotationally graze. When we came here 17 years ago, the cows kind of had the run of the place, and now we can manage them quite a bit.
Well, we were lucky when we came. There was an artesian well up the hill, so and that pipeline was in. But we've added, I think, 7 big tire troughs over the years. Just added as we needed them. Rather than heat water, we're just using a little bit of an overflow to keep them thawed out.
And now the cattle don't even bother walking down to the creek if they have access to it. They just drink out of a nice raised water. They're kind of spoiled that way.
This past summer, forestry helped us build some range fence. It's wildlife friendly, special spacing on the wire to keep help the deer and so on cross more safe.
We have fenced our perimeter of our ranch with electric, 2-strand electric. Works good. We got lots of up and down and corners, so you don't need a tight fence. Wildlife can easily get through it. They're not getting hung up like a barbed wire fence. They can, and the cattle do not go through it. So it works good. It helps all the species.
We always try to do our cow work with horses. When haying, all of us are around for haying. Our kids are involved in the daily tasks of ranching, and our in-laws are here to always help us.
The grass grows pretty good. The range is handy. It's right out the back door, so all those things make it a pretty sustainable place.
We try to use kind of the take half, leave half philosophy. So when you put cattle in a pasture, you want them to intensively graze the whole pasture, but not nuke it. You don't want them to chew it right off. So high stalking rate for shorter periods of time is ideal. This place, any ranch in BC, it's a challenge because it's big acres, but you just do your best and try and manage it properly. I like being on the ranch, just the freedom, kind of live your own life. You don't have to ever get caught up in a rat race. I mean, there's lots of times a year it's busy and not that much fun some days, but you still kind of have, you know, you're in charge of your own destiny, I guess one could say.
I'm very proud of our family. The kids all help. Everybody chips in, and it's good.
It's an honor to win the award. I mean, we've worked hard to get this ranch to where it is, and it's pretty productive, yet still looks good, and I think that's the most rewarding thing, is just knowing that somebody thinks you're doing a good job out there besides you. So, yeah.
So everyone, I'm sure that that you join me in looking at that video and realizing the hard work and commitment that's gone into the Seelhoffs bringing that ranch to what it is today. And congratulations to you both. Excellent job. We're pleased to have delegates from some of our elected officials are joining us today. And I just want to acknowledge that we have Donna Barnett, who's the MLA for the Caribou-Chalcotin, that's the Seelhoffs area. And we also have Mayor Walt Cobb from Williams Lake joining us today. Thank you so much for helping us celebrate the Seelhoff family today. And without our sponsors, this award would not be possible. The Beef Cattle Industry Development Fund and Checkoff dollars, BMO, Bank of Montreal, and MNP have been with us for a very long time. We do have Ian Sutherland and Kane Fraser here to speak on respectively. The BMO Bank of Montreal is Ian, and MNP Kane Fraser. And Ian, I know you've got some words for the Seelhoffs today.
Yes, good morning. Hopefully you can all hear me properly here. On behalf of BMO, it is our pleasure to sponsor this award. Our purpose at BMO is to boldly grow the good, both in business and in life. In BC, we have over 40 dedicated agricultural specialists working with our producers and our ranchers throughout the province. So to say that I see a lot of ranches and farms would be the understatement. I had the pleasure of visiting Woodjam Ranch June of last year, actually. And the one thing that struck me that was very interesting on the ranch is, I think Chad and Ricky have already said it this morning, but they're basically trying to improve on and protect on what nature has given them to work with. And, you know, they've already mentioned the water systems, the fencing, the rangeland, the grasslands. Everything that they're doing there is to either improve what they've been given to work with, or to protect what's there to work with. So I was really impressed on my visit there last year. So on behalf of BMO, we would like to congratulate the Seelhoff family and thank you for allowing us to be part of this celebration. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Ian. Just a sec. Thank you very much, Ian, for those words. And apparently we do not have Dave Fraser joining us today from NMP, but I'm sure that they join us in congratulating the Seelhoff family. And we've got Bree now she's just got a few closing words for us.
Hello again. So we'd like to take a couple moments to offer people an opportunity to ask any questions of the Seelhoff family or in the Environmental Stewardship Committee about the Ranch Sustainability Award. If you don't have questions, that's okay. You can always direct those questions later to BC Cattlemen's and we can get you to the right people. But I'd like to open that up before we send up our closing statements. You can shoot that either through the chat box or you can raise your hand and I can unmute you and you can ask over the phone or over the computer. Seems we have a quiet crowd today. Again, if you would like to ask any questions for those that are chiming in from some of our news reporters, feel free to give us a shout at the Cattlemen's office and we can direct you to the right people. But as Judy said, I'd like to close this off and congratulate the Seelhoff family one more time. So a little clap, clap, clap. Good job, guys. You've done an excellent job showcasing amazing environmental stewardship practices in the Caribou-Chilcotin area. So our association would like to thank all of you that joined on. It's our very first and hopefully our very last digital version of doing a Ranch Sustainability Award. We appreciate you all joining in during this challenging time with COVID and we can't see each other face to face. So it's great to be safe during this time. Again, we want to celebrate the family and the achievement that they've done throughout this long time ranching out there, both in Saskatchewan and now in BC. And if you, like I said, have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a shout at the BC Cattlemen's office for any future information about future Ranch Sustainability Awards or would like to connect with the Seelhoff family. Again, thank you all for joining and I hope you guys have a great rest of your summer and everyone stays safe during this challenging time.